Selling your home, it's a huge deal, financially, emotionally, especially somewhere like Broward County, Florida, where the market can move so fast.
Absolutely. And today, our mission for you is simple. We're diving into a really helpful guide, Selling Your Home in Broward. What you must know.
We want to give you the shortcuts.
Yeah, the essentials on how to sell quickly, get the best price, and hopefully avoid some of those common mistakes people make.
Exactly.
And actually, right out of the gate, something really valuable we found in our source material. It's an offer from Antonio Ortega LLC.
Oh, right. That's a good one.
Yeah, they actually contribute 10% of their professional fee toward your closing costs. That can mean, hundreds, maybe even thousands in savings.
Which is significant. Definitely something to look into.
For sure. You can check out the full details on that at AntonioOrtegaLLC.com. It's just a great example of the practical help out there.
In this whole deep dive, it's really for homeowners who want the absolute best result. South Florida's market changes constantly, and you need your home to grab attention online.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Okay, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. Pricing seems simple. Maybe check Zillow. But the guide says it's part science, part art. What does that mean?
Well, the science part is about fair market value. That's what pulls buyers in. Overpricing, it just pushes them away. Simple as that.
And those first 2 weeks are key, right?
Critically important. It's your golden window and fair market value.
Yeah.
It's not about your feelings or what you paid. It's what a ready buyer and seller agree on today based on the market, the home's condition, and location.
So how do you figure that out? The guide mentions comps.
Right. Comps, comparable homes sold recently nearby, apples to apples. Agents and appraisers look hard at location and condition. Those are the big two. You can't change location.
But you can change the condition.
Exactly. Clean it up, fix things. But the location factor is huge.
And this is where it gets tricky, right? The emotion. It's your home.
Mm-hmm. That's the art, or maybe the challenge. We all have memories. We've invested time and money. It's natural to think it's worth maybe 10, 15% more than the market says.
But the buyer doesn't care about your kid's height chart on the door frame.
Not at all. They're comparison shopping, looking at features, square footage, price. Your home is just one option.
Which makes overpricing a huge mistake. Like if it should be $500K and you list at $550K?
Big mistake. Because buyers search in price bands. Someone looking up to $525K, they won't even see your listing at $550K.
Wow, okay. So you miss a whole pool of buyers.
You miss the right pool. And the buyers looking at $550K will compare your home to actual $550K homes, and yours won't stack up. Pricing right from day one is just vital.
The guide uses this faucet analogy. Price too high, turn the faucet off. Price right, or even slightly low.
And you open the faucet wide, you can get a surge of interest, maybe multiple offers. Sometimes that even pushes the price up. It works.
Which leads us back to those first 2 weeks. That's when it's fresh and exciting.
That's your peak exposure time. The sign goes up, photos hit the web, it's live on the MLS, the agent database. Everyone's seeing it for the first time.
And this is where that unmatched visibility from Antonio Ortega LLC really makes a difference, according to the source. They get your listing on, over 700 websites, Zillow, Realtor.com.
Yeah, and hundreds more. Plus, think about the agent network. Nearly 100,000 agents in the Tri-County area alone.
Wow.
Plus hundreds of thousands across Florida, over 1 million nationwide, potentially millions worldwide through their connections. It's about reaching every possible motivated buyer.
That kind of reach, plus the right price. That's how you get multiple offers, right?
That's the goal. But even with a great offer, you're not done yet. There's the appraisal.
Ah, yes. The bank's reality check.
Exactly. The lender needs proof the house is worth the contract price. If the appraisal comes in low, the deal can fall apart.
So the buyer might need more cash, or you have to lower the price.
Or the whole thing collapses. And now your house was pending off the market during those crucial early weeks. Relisting it, especially lower, buyers get suspicious. What's wrong with it?
Ouch. Lost momentum and the potential stigma.
It's a double whammy.
Right.
We saw a case where sticking to a price just $10K over appraisal cost the seller way more in the long run. The house sat, eventually sold for $25K less.
So if someone's listening and their home isn't getting showings after a couple of weeks, it's probably the price.
Almost certainly, unless the condition is really off. So you've got two levers. Improve the condition or lower the price. Sometimes both.
And those condition improvements don't have to be huge renovations, right?
Ooh.
The guide mentions simpler things.
Definitely. Curb appeal is huge. Mow, trim, maybe some flowers, deep clean, especially kitchens and baths. Declutter like crazy. Let buyers imagine their stuff there.
Sage a little. Fresh towels, maybe open the blinds.
Yes, let the light in, make it bright, clean, welcoming. It signals the home is well cared for. These small things can genuinely impact the perceived value.
Because time really works against you the longer it sits.
The more buyers wonder why. Even a price drop later doesn't have the same impact as pricing it right initially. The market's telling you something if there's no action. Smart selling is about fair value, fast.
And the market itself can change, right? New listings pop up.
Absolutely. Conditions shift. That's why listening to your agent is key. They see these changes daily. If they suggest adjusting the price, it's usually based on real-time data, not just wanting a quick sale.
It's about teamwork, trusting their read on the market.
Precisely. Work with them. Adjust before you lose too much time.
Okay, so let's recap the big takeaways. Fair market value pulls buyers in. Overpricing pushes them out.
Right. That first 2-week window, best chance. Location and condition rule.
The market tells the truth, even if it changes. And waiting to adjust costs you.
Spot on. For Broward sellers, compare honestly. Be open on price, make it show ready, watch those first weeks, and stay flexible. Focus on your net proceeds.
Selling is a big step, no doubt, but it feels much less stressful with good prep, honest pricing, and solid guidance.
Yeah, remembering that fair market value isn't your hope. It's what buyers today will actually pay. That gives you confidence.
And speaking of guidance, don't forget Antonio Ortega LLC. The source highlights their experience in Broward. And remember, that offer 10% of their fee towards your closing costs. That's real savings.
Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, visit AntonioOrtegaLLC.com for all the details on that. It could make a real difference to your bottom line.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. Fair market value isn't about what you hope to get. It's about what today's buyers are willing to pay. How does knowing that change how you approach selling?